may binigay sila o may na-promise.
Quick follow-up lang. Dagdag lang na impormasyon kung saan yung probinsya mo at kung ano pa yung balak mo pa bang bumalik after yung experience mo na ito.
Taga Ibaan, Batangas ako. So, by 17, babalik na ulit ako. Bali sa Dubai, sa head office namin. Tapos, hindi ko lang alam kung saan bansa nila ako i-deploy ulit. Kasi marami kaming project, iba-ibang bansa.
Kung sa Yemen, tututol na kami.
Norman Bordadora of the Inquirer.
Mr. President, sir, good afternoon. Sir, you earlier said that the way that Mr. De Castro was rescued was an innovative way. Sir, can you detail how innovative this was, or ano yung innovations?
Well, number one, we have to credit the embassy, no? The embassy personnel led by the ambassador na dumating doon. First na na-discover, yung ulitin ko, no? Yemen, we don't have an embassy. We don't have a consulate there. It is under the purview of the Saudi Arabian embassy. So, we did task them to, number one, find out, ilan ba ang kababayan natin nandyan? The number of 1,600 came about. Tapos, in the course of checking on their conditions, so gumugulo nga yung sitwasyon sa Yemen, natuklasan na nakidnap nga ito si Mr. De Castro, at mula doon, nakipag-ugnayan na tayo sa Yemeni government, plus also coordination with the company that employs him, a firm called Agreco. Now, yung what Agreco did, they're in power generating and power rental business, yung description sa akin. So, to pressure the community, to pressure those who are holding him hostage, yung pinatay nila yung kuryente. Yung demands kasi are more of a political nature in delivery by the government of certain services, schools, roads, jobs, etc. Yung describe ni Mr. De Castro kanina, yung sa tubig, unang pinakain nga sa kanya, tinapay, sa pirasong tinapay raw. Tapos yung tubig na rin pandilig, doon na rin yung parang, talagang inang pinaka-potable water nila. So maraming issues, we will not comment on the internal affairs of Yemen. Pero ito nga, they were on an inspection tour, dalawa sila, isa Sri Lankan, silang ginamit para ma-pressure yung gobyerno i-deliver yung services. So, nung ginawa nitong kumpanya niya na pagpatay ng kuryente, lalo sumama pa yung sitwasyon, masama na. So, yung ibang mga kampo doon na hindi kadamay, sila nag-pressure. Nagsabing, pagkaintindi namin, no? Pakawalan na niya dahil tayo napapahamak na, di ba, parang wala naman parang hindi naman dapat ganyan, lalo lumala pa yung malala na sitwasyon.
Sir, so that the cutting off of electricity was upon the request of the Philippine government?
In court, that was, I think, to be fair, I think that was the idea also of the company that Mr. De Castro works for as a means of adding pressure for them to, number one, safeguard the life of Mr. De Castro, but more importantly, to be able to effect his release.
Thank you, sir.
Rose Miranda of Abante.
Pero ulitin ko lang, no? Yung coordination between our embassy people and the secretary himself who was talking to the foreign minister, etc. There was a point kasi pinababalik na yung kuryente, and yung to the credit of the firm, they stood pat, no? Na i-release nyo yung mga engineer namin at doon natin babalik yung kuryente.
Mr. De Castro, ano po yung nag-udyok sa inyo na muling bumalik sa ibang bansa at magtrabaho, ngayong minsan na nalagay sa panganib yung buhay niyo sa Yemen?
Bali, gustong-gusto ko kasi yung trabaho namin kasi power generation siya. Talagang laging may challenge ba. So, gusto kong marami pang matutunan. Dahil linya ko talaga yung sa electrical. So, maganda kasi yung trabaho namin dahil araw-araw troubleshooting, masaya.
Challenging.
Challenging.
Okay.
Sir, last question from Joyce Pañares.
Sir, Mr. President, may we know if you have fresh directives for the remaining OFWs in Yemen?
We're on 4, no? 3 and 4. We understand that the situation is really bad. Nakita naman nyo sa news, no, from the international news services. The president of Yemen, President Saleh, was himself injured. He's recovering in Saudi Arabia. there was attack on the presidential palace. Obviously, that is already a condition that warrants yung what they call stage 4, no, yung forced repatriation as much as possible. So, prior to that, ang pagkaintindi natin, yung ating embassy, talagang pinuntahan yung 1,600 at ina-apprise sila sa sitwasyon at ina-advise na lumikas. So, ang we have repatriated.
We repatriated close to 200, sir.
There are about 200 that have been repatriated already. Yung forced is paano ba yun? Parang pinaka-strong na pag-udyok natin sa kanilang lumikas na. Siyempre, hindi kaya ng isang embassy na 20 tao na maipilit lahat ng ating mga kababayan na literal na i-force mo. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay? How many questions? I have a meeting at actually 2:30, pero sige. So, you confirm it already.
Amita Legaspi of
Amita.
GMA.
Sir, yung Supreme Court finally inallow na din nila yung live coverage dun sa Maguindanao Massacre. Your comment on this po?
I'm assuming that is exactly the case. No? I haven't seen parang their spokesperson or any formal pronouncement. Pero tagal na natin minumungkahi yun. Ulitin natin, no? Yung meron doon sa kapakanan ng mga pamilya ng Maguindanao Massacre na talagang para malaman kung ano nangyayari sa proceedings, kailangan talagang bumiyahe mula sa Maguindanao, papunta dito sa Maynila, talagang magastos. Yung biyahe plus yung pagtira dito. So, pag live na yung coverage, no, at talagang pinipilit natin sana ma-expedite yung proceedings, talaga namang masusubaybayan nila na hindi magdadagdag ng pabigat sa kanilang pamilya. Pero siguro mas importante doon, kaya minungkahin natin dati, importante natin malaman kung ano ba talaga number 1 nangyari, paano nangyari ito. At pag nalaman natin yung dalawang bagay na yun, siguro naman mas madadagdagan natin yung ating mga batas, yung ating kokorek yung mga proseso para tsak na hindi na maulit ang sitwasyon na kung saan nagkaroon ng Maguindanao Massacre. So, tayong papasalamat sa Supreme Court, dininig po nila yung kahilingan natin at marami pa natin mga kababayan na i-full coverage at i-live coverage itong trial. So, doon po, purihin natin ulit ang Supreme Court, nakinig po sila, pare-pareho tayong servant of the people.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Sige, sila rin na. Merry Christmas na sa ito. Okay.
Sir, kanina, during the speech of Ambassador Thomas, he mentioned about apparently he expressed yung support on the Philippines regarding the South China Sea issue. So, ano yung kuha nyo doon? Comment on that.
Siyempre, natutuwa natin yun. No? Nire-reiterate. Lalo na yung pagpaalala na strategic partner tayo, na meron tayong treaty between us. Siguro, idiin ko lang, no? Parati pag may nagsasalita tungkol sa Spratly, South China Sea, or West Philippine Sea na tinatawag natin ngayon, meron sila sinasabi adherence to international law. Yung international law na applicable is called, yung abbreviation is UNCLOS, which is United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, 1982. Kaya tayong batas na yan. Ang sinasabi nung batas na yon, amongst the provisions, is you have exclusive economic authority, or you have an exclusive economic zone extending 200 miles from your continental shelf. Okay. Yung Reed Bank, subject ng mga incidents lately, is located 80 miles from Palawan. In the closest of the yung ating country that is in contention with us from Spratly, amongst others, the closest that China is about 576 miles, if I remember correctly. So 576 is obviously greater than 200. No? So suddenly, why should there be a dispute if we are all conforming to international law? No? So, siyempre, they're a superpower. They have more than 10 times our population. We do not want any hostilities to break out. Perhaps the presence of our treaty partner, which is the United States of America, ensures that all of us will have freedom of navigation, will conform to international law. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you,
day.
sir. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon.
Ingat ka.